Okay, now we will take a closer look to our dirt map technique. The dirt layer in Photoshop is nothing more than a collection of shapes. Long scratches, small glitches, or flat structures. Just as on several surfaces in your household. If you would cut away all the normal stuff, you would receive the abnormal dirt of any material. Think about a table after a wild party or just a fingerprint on a mirror. Okay, I export my prepared layer as a dirt map. I just save it as a BMP and open it in trueSpace. To show you the effect in a better way, I paint this simple face with a plain color. I choose a basic reflection shader with some usual settings, no bump map, and randomly pick a color like red. Now I will use my dirt map as an alpha map on every channel to make the spots look and interact differently. To get this, I need to add a layer by clicking with my right mouse button on this red preview and select Add New Layer. You can see the layer because of these two eye icons. I switch the initial color from red to green. You can see that trueSpace tried to mix all channels of this layer in a linear way. The standard is 50%. 50% red and 50% green are just ugly brown in our case. You can use the slider to mix it as you like, but this is not what we want to do. We want to use our layer as an alpha mask. To do that, you need to tell the material editor that you want to add a mask. You can do this by clicking onto this small icon in the material library. Now I can select a picture that represents the mix of my layers instead of a simple slider. I used my save mask for the alpha mask. Repaint my head object and voila! You can see that the method I use can change parts of the colors of my texture. But that's not all. I can use it to change other attributes of my channels too. To show you what I mean, I select the Enhanced Fog shader and set its values to represent a high reflected surface like a mirror. I select the alpha mask mode for this channel as well and load my map for masking the mirror parts. As you can see, I have used a mask that is created in a paint application to select areas of different shader settings. I have a red surface with some high reflective green dots and parts on it. This is exactly as nature behaves. There is always dust and dirt somewhere. With this technique you can simulate this easily. All you need is to put dirt onto your scanner or just a pre-built alpha mask to split parts of your surface to act like A and others like B. I will now paint my head object with all the information I have. To do that, I save my colors, dirt jobs, bump maps and other information on my desktop folder and of course my dirt map. To save my dirt map without the rest, I deselect the other layers. I just switch them off. You see, I have already saved my work, but I overwrite it because I did some editing on it. Back in trueSpace, I reset the material to start over. Right mouse click to open the shader library and select the icon with the Caligari logo to load a map. Right mouse click to open the bump shader library, select the bump map icon, select our bump map. For the base I use a simple made shader. Repaint the face. Slightly reduce the amount of bump, that's way too much. Filtering checked for both channels. Repaint again to check my settings. Now it's time for our dirt addition. I add a new layer and select white as my color. Before I open my mask, trueSpace will mix it with my first layer. OK, map as alpha map loaded. And now I would like to have this area a little shinier. I just load the same map into my reflectance shader as the alpha mask for it and set my new surface look. Repaint again to check if it's okay. Okay, now I checked my render settings. Change my settings from time-eating 3 times anti-aliasing to adaptive and show you the result. Remember, you can add as much layers as you like to make your texture even more natural. You can blend different layers or use an alpha mask. With this technique, to use layers in Photoshop, you can get this result very easy and fast. You have a wide range of possibilities to use your base texture to build up some maps, layers and masks to use on your 3D objects.